Most people don't have a thinking problem. They have a translating problem. They feel something, they kind of understand something, they sort of know what they want to say, and then they open their mouth. And doubt spills the verbal equivalent of a wet noodle. It's like their brain is a Ferrari, but the transmission is from a 1998 Honda Civic with 230,000 miles and a simple prayer on it. Today, I'm going to show you how to articulate your thoughts more clearly than 99% of people. Not because I'm smarter, not because I read a bunch of books at age 6, but because I figured out what actually works. And by the way, before I dive in, smash the like button so this gets out to more people and we all become less of a linguistic embarrassment. All right, let's get into it. Here's the first thing you need to understand. Clarity is not a talent, it's a skill. Nobody is born with clean, sharp, precise articulation. Babies come out knowing one word, wah. And honestly, most adults never evolve past that. Let's be honest. Clear communication is trained, it's built, it's earned. I had to do it in order to be able to communicate this message that I'm doing right now. And you earn it the same way you earn everything else in life, with reps, awareness, and a strategy that isn't stupid. So here's the unfair advantage you'll have after this video. While everyone else is rambling, fumbling, mumbling, and explaining the same thought 17 times like a malfunctioning NPC, you'll sound like someone who actually knows who they are and what they are talking about. Which, by the way, is one of the biggest life hacks in existence. Speak clearly and people assume you are competent. Speak vaguely and people assume you don't even know where you parked your car. So let's break this down. Let's go deep like we always do. Let's take your mind on a roller coaster ride of communication and articulation, your thoughts, your ideas, and sharpen them until they sound like they've been forged in a blacksmith shop run by Batman. Because how cool is that? I don't know how cool it is, but anyways, we're going to start with principle 1, and there's going to be like 20 something of them. So number 1, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it deeply. Nothing exposes your thinking faster than trying to explain it. If you want to articulate ideas clearly, you need to actually understand the ideas clearly. This is where most people fail. They think articulation is about words. It's not. It's about structure, understanding, meaning, hierarchy, and order. If your internal thoughts are a mess, your external communication will be catastrophic. Think of your brain like a room. If it's full of random boxes, dirty laundry, and a raccoon in the corner eating Cheetos from last year, you're not going to give a great house tour. So the first step to speaking clearly is thinking clearly. And to think clearly, you need a rule. If you can't explain it to a 12-year-old, you don't get it yet. That's your clarity test. If your explanation sounds like the side effects section of a pharmaceutical commercial, you are not there yet. Because let's be honest, we don't know what those pharmaceutical commercials mean. Strip away complexity. Think about it that way. Simplify without dumbing down. Make the idea lean enough that it moves. This alone will change your entire life. Number 2, stop talking to impress. Start talking to transfer. That's the goal here. Most people speak to show off. They don't communicate to be understood. They communicate to look smart. They use big words like they're playing Scrabble for money. They add details nobody asked for. They talk in circles like a politician who's trying to avoid saying yes or no. This is why they sound confusing. But masters of articulation do one thing. They talk to transfer an idea from their brain to yours with the least amount of friction possible in between. It's not about sounding intelligent. It's about making the other person get it. Imagine this. Imagine your thought is a USB drive. Your job is to plug that USB into someone else's mind without breaking the port. Not to impress them with the shape of the USB, not to brag about how advanced the USB is, just to plug the thing in cleanly. The clearer the transfer, the better the articulation. It can't be explained better than that. 3, make your thoughts go through a clarity filter. Before opening your mouth, this filter only has 3 questions. What am I actually trying to say? Why does it matter? How do I say this without wasting time? That last one is important because most people speak like time is a renewable resource. They talk in paragraphs filled with fluff, filler, backstories, emotional side quests, and random childhood trauma nobody ever asked for. They'll start explaining something, and suddenly they're talking about their dog from 2009 that died of a gluten allergy. Just stop. Run your thoughts through the clarity filter. Remember, clarity filter. It's only 3 seconds of pre-thinking, but those 3 seconds can save the person listening 3 minutes of confusion. When you add this habit, because yes, it is a habit that you have to train your mind to do, your words become sharper, shorter, and way more effective. 4, learn the power of pausing. This one is huge. Most people talk like they are scared the other person will interrupt them. They rush, they panic, they cram 47 sentences into one breath. But great communicators, they pause. Not awkwardly, not dramatically, just intentionally. Pausing is how you organize your thoughts, how you anchor your points, reset attention, build tension, and stop sounding like you just sprinted up a staircase. Here's a secret. When you pause, people assume automatically you are intelligent. When you rush, people assume you are insecure. Pausing makes your words heavier, more impactful, more deliberate. Silence is a weapon. Use it. 5, remove 50% of what you say and you'll sound 200% clearer. Here's the truth. Most sentences are overweight. They are bloated. They need to hit the gym, take a dump. People talk like they are trying to reach a word count for a school essay. Be clear. Articulation is not about more words. It's about the right words. Cut the fluff, the filler, the verbal carbs. Remove the unnecessary. Speak in clean lines. You'll instantly sound clearer, smarter, and more purposeful. Think of your message like a suitcase. If it's packed with nonsense, the important stuff gets wrinkled. Lighten the load. 6, use the 1 brick at a time method. People confuse others because they try to throw 12 ideas at them at once. They talk like this. Okay, so the reason this works is because you think about it, well, actually, hold up. But wait a second. Before I explain that, I need to go back up. But anyway, remember that thing I said earlier? Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say, stop. 1 idea, 1 sentence, 1 brick. Lay 1 brick, then add the next, then the next. Communication is construction. You don't build a skyscraper by launching all the materials into the air and hoping they land all in order. Build your point 1 brick at a time. 7, turn your thoughts into stories, analogies, and visuals. Here's the cheat code. People don't remember explanations. They remember images. Want your ideas to land? Paint pictures. Use analogies. Tell a story that relates to the other person. If you can turn a concept into something someone can imagine, you win. For example, saying your communication is unclear doesn't hit. But saying your communication is like trying to listen to someone while they're blending a smoothie, that hits because it develops a picture in their mind. People get images. People understand visuals. People remember metaphors. That's what makes your communication ultra sticky. 8, slow down your thinking, not your speaking. You speak fast? Good. So do I. Fast talkers aren't the problem. Fast thinkers are. Your thoughts get tangled, then your words get tangled. The secret is to slow your mind down while keeping your pace. This is the real artistry of articulation. You can talk fast and still be clear. Hormozi does it, Gary Vee does it, Ben Shapiro does, but they don't think in chaos. They think in straight lines. So you have to train your brain to think in sequence. Prioritize the main idea. Remove the tangents. Stick to the through line. Your speaking is a reflection of your thinking. A clear mind is a clear mouth. 9. People feel your confidence before they hear your words. Communication isn't just verbal, it's emotional, it's energetic, it's embodied. You can have the perfect sentence, but if you whisper it like you're apologizing for existing, nobody will take you seriously. Clarity needs confidence. Confidence needs certainty. Certainty comes from preparation and repetition, just like everything else in life. You want to articulate well? Say the thing like you mean it. Own your words. Take up space. Project conviction. Nobody follows a hesitant communicator. Stop communicating like you were asking for permission. 10. The 3-layer structure for clear speech. This really is the only 3 layers you need to lay down super clear, articulated talks with people. Every clear message has 3 layers. Layer 1, the point. What's the main idea? State it. Layer 2, the reason. Why does it matter? Then justify it. Layer 3, the example. This is that picture. Where does this show up? Illustrate it. Point, reason, example. This structure is so simple that your brain flows naturally through it, and the person listening locks in instantly. It makes your communication sound organized, even when you are thinking on your feet. Use this format and everything you say becomes 10 times clearer. 11. You don't need a bigger vocabulary. You need better logic. People think articulation comes from using fancy words. That couldn't be farther from the truth. That is absolutely wrong. Some of the greatest communicators of all time used simple language. Steve Jobs, MLK, Tony Robbins, Hormozi. What made them great wasn't vocabulary, it was structure, logic, and how it flows like the 3 layers above. They walk you through an idea step by step. They don't lose you, they don't jump around, they don't show off. They paint the picture. They guide you, they lead your mind, they take you on a journey. You want to articulate clearly? Improve your logic, not your vocabulary. 12. Take your ego out of the equation. A lot of people can't articulate ideas because their ego gets in the way. They are too busy trying to sound smart, or trying not to look dumb, or competing in their own head while they're talking. You can't communicate with clarity when your mind is obsessed with how you appear. Drop the ego and just focus on the message. Care more about the idea than your image. The message matters more than you. 13. Clarity is repetition, not reinvention. You don't need to explain something 10 different ways. Just explain it clearly and then reinforce it. People think repetition is boring. It's not. Repetition is how humans learn. You want your point to land? Repeat the main idea, not with new words, with more precision. This is how you install an idea into someone else's mind. This is how you do it. 14, don't speak emotionally, speak rationally. Emotions blur clarity. You ever try explaining something while you are angry? Good luck. You sound like a blender having a meltdown. That's literally what you sound like. If you want to articulate clearly, detach your emotion from explanation. Think like a chess player. Speak like a builder. Communicate like someone who understands consequences, whether it's conflict, business, relationships, or leadership. Rational articulation always wins. 15. Great communicators think in outlines. Ever notice how the best speakers always sound structured? It's because they think in outlines. What does this mean? Their minds follow a sequence. It's like this: topic, subtopic, the example, contrast, and then wrapping it all into a conclusion. And then they repeat that structure again and again. This makes their message clear, powerful, and predictable. People love structured communication because it gives the brain a stable path to follow. When your thoughts have roads, your words have direction. You don't want to go off the beaten path. Stay on the road. 16. Stop talking in circles. When you repeat the same point over and over with slight variations, it makes you sound uncertain. Say your point, support your point, and move on. That's the formula. Circles confuse people. Lines guide people. Imagine cars just driving around in circles. No, roads, lines. Think about lines. Lines guide people. Speak in straight lines. 17. End every explanation with a punchline, not a fade out. Most people end their sentences like they are slowly dying of boredom. You want to be like a movie trailer. Great communicators end with impact. They close strong, they finish with the key idea, just like a movie trailer. It's not enough to explain something clearly. You have to punch the meaning into the listener's mind. This is how you get remembered. Just like the movie trailers, and then they set the date. You remember it. 18. Your articulation will improve when your life improves. This one's huge. And this one's a truth nobody wants to admit. If your life is chaos, your communication will be chaos. If your habits are sloppy, your communication will be sloppy. Your goals are unclear. Your words will be unclear. If your mind is overwhelmed all the time, your sentences will be overwhelmed. Clear articulation is a reflection of a clear life. Organize your day and your thoughts get clearer. Improve your mental inputs and your ideas get sharper. Build discipline and your communication becomes stronger. You want to speak better? Live better. 19. Practice the write and speak method. Writing is thinking. This one's big. Speaking is the expression of thinking. If you want your articulation to jump levels, do this. Trust me on this. Write one idea per day, short, simple, clear. Then speak it out loud. Writing forces your thoughts into a straight line. Speaking after writing trains your articulation. This is how you build clarity super fast. You write and reread and then cut out the fluff. You build clarity. 20. If you want to sound clear, remove uncertainty words. Words like I guess, kind of, sort of, maybe, like, basically. These are mental crutches. Get rid of them. I used to be so bad with the ums and the uhs. They weaken your message. They soften your posture. They signal insecurity. Replace them with silence. Or, here's what it is. This is the point. The reason is, what matters is, speak with authority, not with disclaimers. 21. The more you learn, the clearer you speak. Your articulation is capped by your knowledge. If you don't understand a topic deeply, you will never articulate it clearly. Learning gives you vocabulary. You don't learn vocabulary. Learning gives you vocabulary, concepts, frameworks. Your mind becomes more precise and your articulation follows. Leaders learn. Learners articulate. Remember that. 22. You need a mental file cabinet. Every great communicator has mental folders. Just like a computer. They store ideas, they categorize them, they can access them instantly. This is why some people can talk about anything on the spot, because they have a clear mental filing system. You need one too. Start building it. Organize your ideas, group your knowledge, store your insights. Then when you speak, your brain pulls exactly what it needs instead of throwing random ideas that you hope are going to stick to the wall. 23. Stop using 10 words when 5 will do. Your communication, cut your communication in half. It will double your clarity. Short, sharp sentences. Remember that. Go back and read. Cut the fluff. Clean lines, direct statements. This makes you sound intelligent and confident. Nothing feels more powerful than saying something in the fewest words possible. 24. Clarity is an act of kindness. When you speak clearly, you are respecting the listener. You are not wasting their time. You are not confusing them. You are not making them guess. Clear communication is generosity. It's leadership. It's service. Make your message digestible. Make it easy to follow. Make it understandable. People will respect you for it. 25. The enemy of clarity is overthinking. This one's big. You don't need the perfect sentence. You need the true sentence. Overthinking turns simple ideas into a complicated mess of garbage. Speak honestly, not perfectly. Speak directly, not cautiously. Speak intentionally, not fearfully. Clear articulation comes from clarity of intent, not flawless wording. And here's the conclusion. You want to articulate your thoughts more clearly than 99% of people? That's why you clicked on this video. Here's the formula. Think with structure. Speak with purpose. Cut the fluff. Use visuals. Own your voice. Train every day. Yes, train every day. This isn't a talent, it's a skill. A skill anyone can build. A skill you can build. Articulation will change your relationships, your business, your confidence, your leadership, your entire life. Because when you speak clearly, people understand you. People trust you. People follow you. The world listens to the person who can explain things the clearest. Become that person. Before you click off, go speak one idea out loud right now. Train the skill. Sharpen the tool. And if you made it this far, you are definitely articulating better than 99% of the people. And I thank you so much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up for me so this gets to more people. I'm trying to drop very useful information to each and every single one of you, and I do it without any editing, and I just say it straight through without anything in between. And I hope you guys enjoy these videos. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment box, and until next time, peace.